Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to SuttyTrades, where we're always moving forward. I just want to quickly give you guys an update as to where we are with the trial. It's going okay. Could have had a better 2 days, but we had a good comeback today. Currently sitting on about $425 in profit. Tomorrow is our last day, so only $75 to go. So really close. Unfortunately, yesterday we started the day with 2 losses and I was risking 1%, so it was a $200 move backwards. But then we had a nice trade on gold that we took yesterday, and I've only just closed it now. Made our loss back plus a little bit. So you know, it's looking good so far. 1 day to go, $75. I'm gonna risk maybe 0.5% tomorrow, take 1, 2, 3 trades if needed, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to go over quickly, you know, since I last was on, which was actually the end of last year, we had a good trade. I think it was Friday, the 31st of December. We had a nice trade on GBP USD. I think it got us about $150. I think that one I was only risking 50. So that was a nice little trade. And then I think on the 2nd of Jan, I think we had a loss. I can't remember what it was. I was kind of like in and out, you know, it was quite a busy day. Yesterday, we started the day with 2 losses, like I said, on it was AUDUSD and NZDUSD, 2 different trades. Because one went a certain direction, I think I should have, you know, kind of expected the other one to do the same, because there was a lot of news as well. So really, I should not have been in the market. So it is what it is. Luckily, we had a nice trade on gold, and that got us, I think it was like the 1 to 3.5. I ended up pulling. I was looking for 1 to 5. I was looking for the 5R. But price with gold was kind of like, you know, it started pushing up really nicely after almost 24 hours. It was kind of like just dancing around for a long time. And eventually when it did start moving, I thought, okay, this is going to potentially hit the 5R, our TP on 5R. But kind of got to about 3.5, and then it looked like it was, you know, I mean, I think it's probably just a retracement, but I honestly didn't feel like going through another night with this trade just hanging there. So even though it was a risk-free trade, I just wanted to take the profit, because at that point I was cancelling the 2 losses from yesterday and still getting a bit of profit. So I just kind of wanted to start tomorrow, the last day, with, you know, knowing, okay, I've only got $75 to make. So a little bit easier of a kind of mindset when you're going into it. You know, worst case scenario, we would have left it, woken up tomorrow morning and it's pushed all the way back down to the stop. And then we've got actually like $200 or like $150 odd to make in the last day. So I'm happy with where I pulled it. I think it, you know, kind of, it makes going into tomorrow's trades a little bit less risky, and you know, we can kind of just look up for a couple nice setups that hopefully we can, you know, even if I've got 2 trades running at the same time and they don't push to the 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and they are both kind of, you know, sitting around 0.5, I can still close both of them and we can still get the pass. So let me quickly first show you guys. So this was, okay, let me first show you the losing ones. Okay, so AUDUSD, you can see there we had the 4-hour OB and price just kind of smoked through everything. I had an area of support and resistance from the daily, just pushed right through. Then you can see as soon as it pushed through there, I kind of had a feeling. I also had this area of imbalance. I thought maybe, you know, it's going to kind of test that, and that's where my order was. But it just pushed through everything, and yeah, as you can see, it went to the next area, the next daily support and resistance. So that was just where it was heading, you know. Price bounced off, perfect, 1, 2, and up. Came back for a third, and then pushed up even further. But nice to see that my areas I'm drawing up from the dailies are actually holding. This one didn't. But That was the USD, and also there was a lot of US news around this time as well. So not really the best time to be in a trade, to be honest. I should have been more aware of the news, you know. And then it was the same story for the NZDUSD. I mean, very similar in terms of what it did. You can see there, push straight through, bounce back up. This third one came further down and then pushed up, but very similar in terms of what happened. You know, took 2 losses, and both of them I was risking 1%, so I was risking $100 on each of them. So took a $200 loss to start yesterday, so not the best. But then thankfully we had this nice order that came through on gold. There was the 4-hour order block. I found small area of imbalance there. There was another area of imbalance which was actually just outside. So what I did is I took the first trade on the first area of imbalance. It actually almost pushed through, and even if I had my pending order on the top of this next area, it probably wouldn't have tapped me in. So just as well, I mean, it came right to that area and then bounced off. But my stop, thank goodness, with my ATR giving me a nice big stop, it protected me. It came down, looked like it might stop me out. At that point I was like, oh god, here we go, I'm gonna get 3 losses today, $300 back. But thankfully it turned around. Took a little while to get me the 1-to-1. This kind of went through the whole night, the whole day. Later this afternoon it dropped and it looked like it might come back and stop me out, but thankfully it just tapped again on that area of imbalance and then pushed up nicely. I actually closed it on about 1 to 3.5. It was 3.5. It was about over here somewhere. As you can see, it was about 3.5 over here. And then it kind of started pushing down. I think it was just a retracement. I do think it's probably going to push up to the 1 to 5. It probably will still get the 1 to 5, but I think it's going to be another, you know, sitting over it overnight. So I didn't really want to be sitting the whole night and, you know, watching this and then potentially come back. I was happy to close it where I did, because firstly it took out my losses. It gave me back that $200 loss, and I think on top of that it still gave me about a $35–40 profit. So with that we are now kind of back ahead, and it's looking good. Tomorrow shouldn't be too difficult, you know. If we take a couple losses early, it will make it a little bit more difficult. So hopefully our first trade tomorrow is a winning trade, and that's it, we're done. So let me quickly show you guys the account metrics here. As you can see, this over here was that $200 loss yesterday. A big drop down. We were sitting on 400, drop down, and then we had a nice one with the gold, which we're now sitting at, as you can see, $424 up. So not too bad, you guys. I'm actually impressed with the trial, considering it was all over the Christmas New Year period, you know. Not the best time to trade, but you know, I think we've done okay. We have a win rate of 60%. Profit factor is 1.59. I think the profit factor is a little bit lower, and even our risk to reward is kind of telling us that we're on a 1-to-1. And I think that's because the earlier wins were at a lower percentage, and then we increased the percentage. So maybe like the difference in that, coupled with the fact that I am closing 50% at 1R, I think that screws around with, you know, the actual risk reward, because even the ones that are going to 1 to 5, we're closing 50% at 1-to-1. So, you know, I think that screws around a little bit with that RR. But at the end of the day, we're still, you know, moving forward. Our profitability factor is keeping us constantly ahead of the game. So I'm happy with that. It's looking pretty good, guys. 1 day to go. $75 to make tomorrow. Call it 80, and we're there. We've got the win. So I think we've taken four trials in the last month and a half, maybe. Past 1, 2, we've had the free, what would be the free retakes, so we didn't fail them. We ended still ahead of the, you know, ahead of the starting point. And this one, if we can pass this one, that's 2 out of 4 with no losses. You know, I'll take that. I'm pretty happy with that. So whatever happens with this one, guys, tomorrow or the next day, I will be signing up for a live challenge. I'm not doing it on FTMO, I'll be doing it on my forex funds. The reason why is because of the video I'll be posting hopefully tomorrow as well, which is basically me going over my whole strategy for the next 2 years, how I plan to take a small sum of money, $85, and hopefully turning that over the next 2 years to a potential $1 million. I know it sounds crazy, but just watch the video, guys. It's, and that's only risking, I think it's like the max I risk is my weekly target is 1.5% gain in my account every week. And with that, I can grow to $1 million over 2 years. Watch the video, guys. It's really interesting. I actually am looking at using two different prop firms, one to generate the funds to take the second or buy into the second one, and then the second one is more of a growth style prop firm where you are you're looking for a percentage gain, and then they upgrade you. Join me tomorrow, guys, for the next video where I will be posting up whatever happens to tomorrow with tomorrow's trades. Hopefully we get those wins and we pass this trial. So we will catch you guys in tomorrow's video. All right, bye for now.